I see gold coins coming from the sky. Whew, and I see a ceiling falling and breaking in and tumbling down. And there's high towers that were not built in God. Seriatus, I'm giving it to my people. For the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. And you have spoken truths. And what is it that they cannot see? And my hand is oil on it. And then he was showing me oil. And then I hear oil reserves being tapped into. Now I see Iraq and Baghdad. And you're telling me movements are being played. And I see Kuwait. I see walls coming in on leaders. A shaking and a sifting in the atmosphere. It's coming for, I see them playing moves that they didn't want to play, but the Lord is forcing them into it. And now I see an earthquake and natural disasters happening at the same time, because as this shift is taking place, the earth is rumbling. The earth, it's like, let me get the words. He's moving things, and we're gonna feel it physically on earth. As he's shifting things, the earth is shaking because he's shifting things. He's moving things in the atmosphere. He said for the end time glory and for a revival to come through. He said much is taking place in the background. Trump is making deals and agreements. I see Lebanon. I see Lebanon, and I hear fruitful, and I see fruitful endeavors are coming forward. And then he said, out of the land of, oh, America, he's making things work out for our good. I see Netanyahu in the background, and the Lord is saying, my justice will prevail. And he's saying, I have not forgot. And now I see children. I see children in Lebanon. And guys, I don't know like the geographical things or about any of these countries. So I'm just saying what he's saying. I see the children of Lebanon. And I see for some reason Guyanese. I think that's how you say it. Guyanese. And then I see Africa and I see Thailand. And you're telling me much will come to pass soon. And then you're showing me some words you gave me about Indonesia. He said much is taking place in the background. Trump is making deals and agreements. I see Lebanon. And I hear fruitful. And I see fruitful endeavors are coming forward. And then he said, out of the land of, oh, America, he's making things work out for our good. I see Netanyahu in the background. And the Lord is saying, my justice will prevail. And he's saying, I have not forgot. And now I see children. I see children in Lebanon. And guys, I don't know like the geographical things or about any of these countries. So I'm just saying what he's saying. I see the children of Lebanon.
A major development from the Middle East has just been announced by President Donald Trump. There will be a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon. Trump posted on Truth Social they will formally begin a 10-day ceasefire at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. In a second post, he said he's inviting Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Lebanon's President Joseph Aoun to D.C. for, quote, meaningful talks. It is worth noting that this is a separate ceasefire than the one with Iran.
They like each other. I found that out today, and I've sort of heard about that. They actually like each other, Lebanon and Israel. And we had a great meeting with the very high officials of Lebanon and very high officials of Israel. And we think that the president of Lebanon and the prime minister of Israel over the next couple of weeks will be coming here. They've agreed to an additional 3 weeks of, no firing, ceasefire. No more firing. Let's see. We hope that happens. It's not going to happen between them, but they do have Hezbollah to think about. And we're going to be working with Lebanon to get things straightened out in that country. I really believe it's something we can do pretty easily, just with the power of who we are. They're great people, the Lebanese people. We have our ambassador here who has done a fantastic job, ambassador to Lebanon from the United States. And we had a great conversation, and I think it's the beginning of something very important. It'd be a wonderful thing to get this worked out simultaneously with what we're doing in Iran.
Now I see Iraq and Baghdad, and you're telling me movements are being played, and I see Kuwait. I see walls coming in on leaders, a shaking and a sifting in the atmosphere. It's coming for, I see them playing moves that they didn't want to play, but the Lord is forcing them into it.
Kuwait was rocked by drone attacks allegedly carried out by Iran-linked militant groups in neighboring Iraq. In a tense statement, the Kuwaiti Ministry of Defense claimed that 2 sites at the northern land border centers were targeted in what it called a sinful, aggressive attack. The ministry's statement read, and I quote, "The Ministry of Defense affirms that the competent authorities immediately began taking the necessary measures to deal with the incident." The alleged attack on a U.S. ally comes at a time when tensions in the Strait of Hormuz intensified after Donald Trump said he ordered the U.S. military to shoot and kill Iranian small boats in the waterway.
Now I see an earthquake and natural disasters happening at the same time, because as this shift is taking place, the earth is rumbling. The earth is like, let me get the words. He's moving things, and we're gonna feel it physically on earth. As he's shifting things, the earth is shaking because he's shifting things. He's moving things in the atmosphere. He said for the end time glory and for a revival to come through.
And for now, quickly shifting focus to breaking news that is just coming in from Indonesia, where tsunami waves of nearly 1 feet high have hit parts of Indonesia after a massive earthquake that struck the region. In fact, according to United States Geological Survey, an earthquake of magnitude 7.4 struck the northern Molucca Sea of Indonesia's historic.
Gawas, bay! Gawas, bay! Gawas, bay! Gawas, bay! Gawas, bay! Uy, gawas, gawas! Uy! Gawas, gawas, cuy! Gawas, cuy! Gawas, cuy! Gawa, sugal linog, bay! Relax lang! Gawa, linuga, bay! Bo! Yata! Suga to linuga!
Japan is warning of something far more dangerous. A growing risk of earthquakes at magnitude 8.0 or stronger. The alert comes after a powerful 7.7 magnitude quake struck off Japan's northern coast, shaking buildings hundreds of kilometers away, including in Tokyo. In the immediate aftermath, tsunami waves hit coastal areas.
Okay, so there's a lot of things in this word that have been fulfilled. Let's start with Trump making deals and agreements with Lebanon. So the Lord said Trump making deals in agreements with Lebanon in the background, and he showed me Netanyahu. And basically the Lord was saying that he was going to bring justice. So basically in the war with Iran, there was a ceasefire agreement, but in that ceasefire agreement at first, Israel Netanyahu was saying that they have a right to continue to bomb Lebanon. And because they were bombing Lebanon, Iran wasn't agreeing with the ceasefire. But then Donald Trump made an agreement with Lebanon and Israel Netanyahu, and Netanyahu agreed to stop bombing Lebanon or have a ceasefire for 3 weeks, and that's what we see going on. Mind you, this word was given March 2nd of 2026, and now when this is happening, we are at the end of April. Today is April 25th, 2026. And none of this was going on with Lebanon in the beginning of this war, which was March, the end of February, I think the very last day of February, beginning of March, around that time. So the second thing is, the Lord showed me Kuwait, Iraq, and Baghdad, and the Lord said Iraq and Baghdad movements are being played, and then I saw Kuwait. So basically what happened was Iran used Iraq to bomb Kuwait. Iran used Iraq to bomb Kuwait, and thus forcing Kuwait and Iraq to come into this war somewhat. I saw walls coming in on the leaders, and the Lord was saying a shaking and a sifting, and he was forcing them to play moves that they didn't want to play. Because remember, the Lord showed me all these leaders are just a piece on his chessboard, and that he was controlling them, right? This is all to bring in the end times glory, and that's a good segue for this next prophecy fulfilled. He was also talking about earthquakes and how we would see the earth shake and quake and rumble, and this would be a sign of what he was doing. He was shifting things in the atmosphere, and we're going to physically feel it. There's been numerous earthquakes, the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia, which the Lord has said before that there will be earthquakes in Indonesia. And I know there's a lot more, but I'm not going to put them all in here. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Hit that like button for me, please, so this video could get some more people. And if you watch me and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification button. So every time I upload a new video or I go live, you will be notified. All right, I will speak to you guys soon. Hey guys, this video is brought to you by Glory Changers. Go and check out the Glory Changer store where you can get these bracelets that say Jesus, Yeshua, Adonai. There's many different bracelets for men and women. I do pray, decree, and declare and release the anointing over each bracelet that I make. Each bracelet is made with love, and whatever the Lord has me decree and declare onto it for the person who will receive it, because he knows all things. Glory Changers, from glory to glory. Come and check out the Glory Changer store.